Hey everybody, it's the Yoga Mat, and welcome to your Power Yoga practice for today. And just want to give a special shout out to all of our members practicing live at theyogamat.com. So go ahead and head over to your mat and we'll get started. And remember, if you want to practice with me live in person in Kentucky, you can just scan that QR code down at the bottom or come back to it a little bit later. So let's go ahead and get started. Come on up to the top of your mat. Bring your big toes together, heels to the side. And we'll take the hands to the heart. And we want to begin with that deep Ujjayi breath. So let's breathe in deep, in and out your nose. And trying to get the air to rush against the back of the throat. And again, once you get that breath going, it makes a little bit of noise there. Might be able to hear mine sometimes, but yeah, it just kind of depends on that noise canceling, blocks out that background noise. Sometimes it cuts my breath off, but again, breathe loud enough where you can at least hear your own. Just trying to relax through your shoulders. And with that next exhale, relax your arms. And open your eyes. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhaling, fold forward, hands reaching down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stepping to a high push-up. And draw your navel in. We want to keep that core active. And then lower down as you hug your elbows into your side. And then see if you can hold here, Chaturanga Dandasana. Shoulders in line with your elbows. And then roll through to upward facing. Taking your gaze up. And then take it back over your toes for downward dog. So downward dog, we'll take those feet about hip width apart. And the hands are about shoulder width. And then we'll just kind of go back and forth a few times here. Bend one knee, bend the other. You want to try to reach the heel of the straight leg down toward the floor. And go ahead and start to press both heels back down toward your mat. And bend your knees, look forward, step the feet up between the hands. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms back up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, right back down. Inhale up to the horizon. Exhale to plank. And lower down, hover again if you can. Upward dog, roll the shoulders back, and downward facing exhale. Yeah, so get into your calves a little bit more there if you want to, and you can pedal the feet. Let's bring the awareness a little bit more here to the hands. So we want to get the fingers to spread wide, the palms to press down. Let's relax your head, taking your gaze, your drishti, right at the back there between your feet. And bend your knees, look forward, step it up again. Lengthen, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms back up. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the floor. Inhale, look to the horizon. Exhale, plank. And plank to low push-up. Upward dog, inhale. Downward facing, exhale. And so when you inhale here in downward dog, try to press your mat a little bit further away from you. On the exhale, press the heels closer down towards your mat. And you just want to keep repeating that here for the next couple rounds of breath. And so at some point the heels are going to get as far as they can go, but we're still going to get that action to get the deeper stretch there to the back of the legs, even though they, again, at some point, they're not going to go any further. And bend the knees, look forward, step the feet up again. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, back to center. So we'll pause, take a couple rounds of breath, and then we're going to move into a few rounds of Surya Namaskar B. As we go through these sun salutations, trying to get a rhythm going here with the breath. So work on getting the length of the inhales and exhales to match. Bring your feet together, bend your knees. Let's take Utkatasana, chair pose. As you exhale, straighten the legs, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to plank, and plank to low push-up. Upward dog, inhale. Downward facing, exhale. Step the right foot between the hands, pivot your left heel. And then let's come to Warrior A. So this first Warrior A, we're going to stay here for a couple rounds of breath. And getting the hips to square off, the knee more or less stacking on top of the ankle, and the back foot pressing down into the floor. And with our next exhale, release, hands to the floor. Step the right leg to plank, lower down, hover. Upward facing, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. We'll go to the other side, left foot between the hands. Inhale, reach. And gaze is going up. And either go shoulder width apart or bring your palms all the way together. Take one more deep breath in, and then we'll flow. Exhale, hands down. Step the left leg back, lower. Inhale to your back bend, look up. Downward facing, exhale. So just pace yourself as we go through the sun salutations here at the beginning, as we're starting to warm up. If you need to take a little rest, you can always drop your knees down to the floor, take child's pose. And bend the knees, look forward, step it up. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, come back into your chair. And then as you exhale, straighten the legs, fold again. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to plank. And elbows to your side, lower. Upward facing, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. And then just one breath this time, right foot forward. Inhale, Warrior A, lift the arms. Exhale, release, hands to the floor. Step it back, lower down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, send it back. And then change to the left side. Inhale, Warrior A. And exhale, release, hands down. Step it back, lower. Inhale, look up. And exhale, downward facing. Good. So the quicker that we get going here, breath's probably going to get a bit more shallow, heart rate gets going up. So when you get to downward dog, think of that as your resting pose. And just trying to lengthen the breath back out. And bend the knees, look forward, step it up again. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, come back into chair. And then exhale, straighten the legs, forward fold. And take this last round on your own. Whenever you're finished, we'll stay here at the top of the mat. And take a few rounds of deep breath. And go ahead and take your feet about hip width apart, hands to your hips. Inhale, look up. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees and then grab the big toes. Take a breath in. Exhale, fold. So as we go here, this getting pose, stretching the back of the legs. You can keep your knees bent if you need to, or you can try to take them out straight. And keeping those quads flexing the whole time. Now with your next exhale, bend your knees a little bit more. Try to step on your hands. Inhale, look up. Exhaling, lean forward. Just trying to get the tops of the hands flatter down into your mat. Taking the shoulders out a little bit wider. And go ahead and release the hands. Take a breath in, look up. Exhale, hands to hips, chin to your chest. Inhale, slowly come back up. And step the feet together, hands to your heart. And go ahead and inhale, lift the arms up again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up. And then exhale, just step the feet back about a foot or so. Drop into a little squat here. So we'll keep the hands, they can go about to the top of the mat and go back a little bit further. Let's go through our arm balance here. So crow pose, hands on the floor, shoulder width. Lift your heels and then squeeze your knees to the outside of your arms. And then as you start to come into your arm balance, lean forward. You want to begin to grip the floor with your fingers. And then you pick one foot up, maybe get that other foot to lift. And your gaze is going right in front of the fingers to that imaginary triangle point. See if you can hold here, take another breath in. And then as you exhale, send the legs to chaturanga. Upward dog, inhale. Downward facing, exhale. And take a few deep breaths here. Let's use that next exhale to come to a crescent lunge. We've got the right foot forward. You want to stay on the ball of the back foot. Inhale, both arms come up. So have your legs far enough apart where you can get the heel off of the floor. And then try to keep the left leg straight. Modified version of this is going to be your low lunge where your left knee drops down. And lift your gaze up to your hands and then keep it focused there to that one single spot to help with your balance. And with your next exhale, release, take both hands down to the floor. You're going to walk your hands forward until you're balancing only on that right leg. From here, we're going to take half moon. If you have a block close by, you could use the block. And you want about the pinky side of the foot where the hand or the block's underneath the right shoulder. Bring the left hand to the hip, lift the left leg. And then start to turn the chest toward the side wall, lifting that left arm up. And until you've got your balance, you can keep looking off to the side. Once you have it, try to transition your gaze up to that left thumb. And see if you can lift that left leg up just a little bit higher. Take another breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to bend your right knee, slowly landing that left leg back to warrior B. And so you can always readjust your legs here if you need to. Just try to relax the shoulders, looking over to your front middle finger. And front knees pressing toward pinky side of that foot. And with your next breath in, take it back into a high crescent lunge. Exhale, take the hands to the floor, lifting the left leg up again. So now we're going to add in revolved half moon to finish that sequence out. Left hand, big toe side of the foot. Go ahead and reach the right arm up. And so you're twisting here, turning your chest to the side. Your left toes are pointing toward the floor to get started, and then they're going to turn to face that right leg. You're squeezing your thighs in toward one another, and then trying to lift through that left heel. And with your next exhale, look down, release your hands to the floor. Take a breath in, lengthen, look up. Exhale, land the left leg to the back of the mat, and then step your right leg to plank. Lower down. Upward facing inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Again, a few rounds of breath here. Taking that child's pose if you need the extra rest. If you're ready, come back into downward facing, and then step your left foot forward. Then we got crescent lunge on the left side, reach the arms. And back heel off the floor, readjust the legs if you need. And slightly tilting that tailbone down toward your mat. Just trying to deepen the stretch there to the front of that right leg. And take another breath in. Exhale your hands to the floor, lifting your back leg up. So we'll set it for half moon again. You can grab your block if you want to use it. Left hand to the floor or to the block. And then try to find your balance here. If it feels a little unsteady, see if you have your hand and your foot too close together and you want a bit of space there. As you reach that right arm up, even try to get the shoulder away from your chin. And take one more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly land the right leg toward the back of the mat. And then we'll take Warrior B. So again, legs far enough apart where maybe the front thigh is dropping down a little bit further, maybe parallel to the floor. And then the outer edge of your back foot's gripping your mat. With your next breath in, bring it back into a crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to the floor. Let's set it for revolved half moon. In block or no block, if you want to use it. And then start to come into your twist on this side. And turn the chest to face the left leg. If you're close enough to a wall, you could use the wall here to help with your balance. You'd bring that left hip to where it hugs the wall. And then the left arm, left side of your chest could touch it. And keep lifting the back leg up. And exhale, look down, hands to the floor. Let's take a breath in, look up. Exhale, right leg to the back of the mat. And then your left, lower down. Upward dog, inhale. Downward facing, exhale. And bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop, come through to seated. So let's take both legs straight out in front here. We're going to begin with some forward folds, so a strap's okay, or you can sit on the rolled edge of a blanket. Tilt the pelvis forward. Got both legs out, inhale the arms. Exhale, fold, peace fingers toward the big toes. Inhale, look up, and exhale, folding down. And so like in downward dog a little bit earlier where we try to create more length on the inhale You're going to think about doing the same thing here, and on the exhale, folding down into it a little further. If you can reach your feet, we're going to go to B, thumbs in front of your big toes. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold down. Crown of the head's going to point toward the feet this time. So you can relax your head, taking your gaze down toward the knees. And if it's too much to hold the feet, hold your shins. Let's take a breath in, look up. Exhale and come all the way back up. And we'll make our way into boat pose. So boat here in Navasana, you're going to balance just a little bit off of your sits bones, lifting the legs. And you can hold the back of the legs to stay lifted, or you can let the arms go. Your legs bent or straight. You're going to cross your legs. You're going to take your hands through and go from plank to chaturanga, up dog, downward facing, and working through that vinyasa. Then coming back down to seated. So take the left leg straight up, right foot on the floor. Take a twist here, right hand next to the hip. Inhale the left arm. Exhale, elbow to the outside of the knee if you can get it. And then twist, look over to the right shoulder. You can hug the knee as an alternative to getting the elbow to the outside of the leg. And then maybe your right elbow stays bent a little bit just to help deepen that twist. And inhale, look forward. Exhale, release. Come to a cross-leg position, right shin in front of the left. Taking your hands forward of your legs. Take a breath in, look up. And then as you exhale, start to crawl the hands forward. And you can stay here as long as it doesn't bother your knees. And just settle in here. And taking about 5 rounds of breath. And inhale, work your way back up. You're going to lean back a little bit. Lift the legs, find your boat pose again. Crossing the legs, roll through, take a vinyasa. And skipping the vinyasa if you need to. And let's go ahead and come right back down. We'll change to the other side. Starting with a twist, left foot in, pretty close to you. Left hand on the floor, inhale the right arm. Exhale, twisting. And again, just let the gaze go a little bit further over to the left on the exhales. Yeah, taking the modified version. You could bind here as well if you wanted. You'd wrap your right arm around the leg, then the left arm behind the back. And again, maybe you find fingers, maybe you just hold on to a little bit of clothing. And inhale, look forward. Exhale, release. Cross legs, left shin in front. Hands to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, folding down. And starting to take the breath a little bit deeper here. And let's bring it back up to the hands. Take our last boat pose. Good. Final vinyasa, cross the legs, roll through. And drop down to a comfortable seated position. So on your heels or cross legs is fine, maybe sitting on a prop if you got it. Let's find a comfortable spot here for your hands to rest, close your eyes. Again, let's try to slow the breath down, deepen it just a little bit further before we move to Shavasana.
So if you can, inhale about to count of 6. Again, exhaling for the same count. And we'll do just a couple more. And make that your last round. And then go ahead and lie down on your back. I've got just a few more minutes here for relaxation. So taking the legs out long, the palms face up either side of your hips. Let's close your eyes, relax. Take your time, start to make your way back up to seated. And taking your hands to your heart, close your eyes. Thanks for practicing. See you next time. Namaste. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that class. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to get a new short form class every week. And if you like what you see and you want to support me, go become a member at theyogamat.com. You'll get unlimited live virtual classes every week and access to our on-demand library with over 500 classes in it. Have a great day. Namaste.